back row. But
like the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, it's just weird, and I thought I'd be really like, I am sad, but I thought I'd be really like devastated. Like, I don't know what am I gonna do in my life, but no, I'm really contented and happy to leave. I was thinking about this quote from Michael Stipe, who's the lead singer of REM. It's like this. No, I mean it was really because they broke up after 22 years. They put out a really good album and they just broke up. Like they're just like we're done making music together because we wanted to end on a happy note. And he's like a man once said, "The skill in attending a party is knowing when it's time to leave." And I really do think right now it is a time to leave. I mean, I even said if for some reason I was coming back here for a master's, I wouldn't have run for president or any position because I do think there needs to be a new voice. Like the club needs to keep growing. And I do believe that when you have the same leader for too long, people need a new voice, they need new ideas to be heard. Now, I don't want to say like I'm taking away like I haven't done anything. I don't know. It's amazing. Like when me and Caleb and Steve were in that room together, like we would just meet in a random room downstairs. I think we had reservations for whatever reason. We would book a room so three of us could sit together and read jokes off paper that we would never perform. I must have read like hundreds of jokes on it. I'd never used any of that material.
Do you remember our one theme week? And then we
had theme week, and then we just never did the themes. Like, really, that's too hard.
What's the theme?
It'd just be like sports was sports is the theme.
Sports.
The only real thing we had every week was Caleb would try to throw his hat onto the projector. Yeah. And we would cheer every time it made it. That was the highlight of the meetings. But I always thought, I don't know why, I always had this real confidence that this could really be successful because, I tried it for the Pappies twice, I never got it. And, like, everybody would talk about, like, making, like, a knockoff Pappies group and stuff. And, like, I always thought that was kind of stupid and spiteful. But I thought I made a real point. It's like, there's no other comedy on this campus. Except for the Pappies. If you don't get into the Pappies, you just can't be a comedian anymore. Which seems like a very arbitrary and unnecessary gateway. So I really did think if we put in the effort and built something that we could make a successful comedy club. And it really means a lot. It really makes me happy to see that. I think that's the case. I think this is a very successful club. We now have 3 or 4 major shows. We filled up like half the lecture hall too. We got 30 people donated money to us. They didn't have to give us money, and they gave us money. They thought the show was good. What?
Sorry to interrupt. How much did you get?
$15.
Still, people gave us $15 for our semester show. People donated $15. I think it's cool, and I think it's cool that we haven't really lost track of why we do. I think this is a really happy, close group. I feel like everybody kind of hangs out together. They care a lot about comedy, and it's like I said. I'm quoted in the pipe dream as saying, "This is like the Statue of Liberty for like crazy people. Bring us your sad, you're desperate, you're socially awkward." But I do like this club, and it's helped me a lot. Personally, just being from personal experience, for most of my life, I've just been lost in a drift, not knowing what to do with my life. Like literally, I thought it was normal to just be like, yeah, I have no idea what I want to do, and like I just don't care about what I'm doing. Like I just went to college because that's what people told me to do. Like you're rich and white, you go to college now. And I really was like at Fordham. It's kind of weird. I think about it. It's been like 4 years, I think, and 2 or 3 months since I tried to kill myself. And it's amazing, like, the difference just looking back at this, how much better I've gotten. I know, we joke about, like, Mike's sad and he's gonna kill him. But, like, it really is stark, like, just for me looking back 4 years ago, how I was and how I am now. And it really is a big part because of you guys and this club. It kind of gave me a sense of direction. It gave me really a dream. Like the first dollar show I did, like once I got off stage, it was like the first time I ever felt like transcendent. Like I was like, this is like, I don't know if I believe in a God or anything. We're the confused atheist club. But it was one of the first times I felt like, okay, this is what I was meant to do. Like this felt right in every possible way with no negativity. And I don't know, and without this club, I don't know if I ever would have found that, if I would have had the self-confidence, if I would have had the support of people. I've made lots of friends since that time at Fordham. I have really a lot of group of friends, including you guys. It's just, this club really has changed my life. And people say that hyperbolically about a lot of shit, like, oh, I ate a taco and it changed my life. Stupid shit. But it's really, this has set my life on a totally different direction I could not have imagined. And that's what I'm hoping you guys, why you'll continue this club, because I feel like this club has built friendships I feel like that I'm going to have 20 years later. either in comedy because we're all comics and doing successful, or we're the next wave of like TJ Millers and Pete Holmes, like all these kids out of Binghamton. Like, what the fuck? Like, how did all these comedians converge to this crappy state school? What happened? But I really do think that's a possibility. I mean, it's all about just working together and helping each other. I think that's what we do. We have a head start on the game. I've been doing comedy for 3 years, and I'm 23. That's so crazy to me that there's guys who aren't going to even start for 2 more years in comedy. And I've already got 3 years on them, and I'm heading to the city with like a half-hour material. Like, that's always been my goal for the club, is this is like a training center where you form bonds and you learn how to do comedy, so then you could take that and then go on to the next level. And I think in terms of that, this club has been an absolute success in that. I hope you guys keep this going. I think you will. If you ever need anything from me, I'm sure we'll all stay in touch. I mean, I don't have many doubts about that, but if you have any help, want anything from the club, I just, I'm kind of a little choked up. I mean, this is really, this is one of the best things I think I've done with my life. It's one of the happiest things I'm a part of. And I really owe it to you guys. I mean, you guys have done a lot. And good luck next year. I'm very excited to see what you guys do.